Hello, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts, and it's Tuesday. So it's Temu Tuesday. I wanted to show you some stuff that I made from my last Temu craft haul. This week I started out making items from the kit that I got. I got a kit of cacti. And there are patterns for 6 different cacti. One has like short little spikes with red flowers coming out the end. Then there's another that has sort of yellow tubes with pink tips on it. One that's a simple round cactus with bunny ears. I didn't put the bunny ears on. Another one that's got one big cactus with 3 little ones next to it. Another one that's basic ball with a little offshoot, and one that looks sort of like hens and chicks, if you know what those are. But they're sort of a peach and a yellow. But you can make them any color you want. So I started with what I thought was the most unusual of them. And I made the little yellow tubes with pink tips on them. Now, I was doing a Google search for yellow succulent with pink tips, and I couldn't find an actual plant that looks like this. I think it looks more like an underwater plant, but it's cute. It took me almost 2 hours to make. I was keeping track, but that's got 1, 2, 8 pieces and a lot of sewing. So that took me longer. The second one I made was the little round ball with a flower on top. And I like the way it turned out. I mean, you could make these with just about any color, and the colors that you've got. You can make it a darker green. You can make it a bright green. You could make the flower yellow with a white center or something like that. So I love having these patterns. I'm going to make more from these patterns with my own yarn once I finish up the yarn that I got in the kit. I did put a little plastic disc. I keep things like cottage cheese lids, some yogurt lids, stuff like that. And then I cut circles out so that the bottom stays nice and flat. And I did put one, that game that you play, Mancala, where you move the stones from one thing to another. I bought a bag of those stones, and I put one each in the bottom of these to make sure that they stand up and don't tip over once you put the cactus on there. I've still got, oops, there's my scissors. I put my scissors on a cord like this so I don't lose them. I'm still always looking for my scissors. Like, this is the yarn for the pot. I'm going to be able to make a lot more pots with this. And I have started another one. And this is the light green. No, the bright green yarn. I mean, that's going to make a lot. It says, you've just got a few little fingers for the cactus. And then there's some light green. The yellow you only use for the flowers, and I've got a lot left of that. The peach, I think this is for the one that looks like a hens and chicks, where you make the bottom peach and then the top yellow. Oh no, that's not peach. That's pink. That one's peach. So there's still a lot of yarn left. The kit said it was to make 6 pieces. I think I'm going to be able to make a lot more than that from the kit. That's the dirt. So the kit came with a bag of stuffing and some wire, because some of them, it gives instructions for inserting wire, and stitch markers, safety eyes. I don't think I'm going to put safety eyes on them. I don't know. I don't like faces on my cactus. But the safety eyes will go into my little bins, and I will be making more. I also, in this order for this Temu week, I had 2 little skeins of acrylic yarn that I purchased. It is the same as these that came in an 8-pack. So I think it's 75 grams, but I will have to check my notes and put it up. I got it in blue and white, and I used it to make my flip coffee cups. Sad, happy, sad. This is pretty much my pattern that I have on my blog for the free coffee cup, but I was testing it out with a broader base and less rows and trying to make it a completely no-sew, and I just wanted to test out my pattern. So I used my Temu yarn, and I like it. Just nice colors. It was good yarn to work with. There was just a little bit of a splitting problem, but not as bad as some other yarns that I've worked with. It's a smaller yarn. It took an E-hook. I used an E-hook for this instead of my usual 3.75 F. So I used a 3.5. I'm looking forward to many more coffees from this yarn. That's all I made so far this week. Hopefully by the end of the week, I will have all of my cactus made. And once I finish off this yarn, I'm going to make more cactus with just the worsted weight yarn that I have around here, because this is a cute pattern with a lot of variations. I mean, okay, once you've got the pattern for like these little sticks with a little red flower on the end, a little pink flower, you could change that to a little yellow flower. These yellow tubes with the pink ends, you could make green tubes with a yellow end. This guy could be a different color, different flower. It's sort of like a mix and match pattern. So I did pay $9.99 for the pattern, the pattern, the yarn, a crochet hook, needle, stitch markers, stuffing. So I've already made 2 cactus. If I sell one of them, I've got my money back. And I should be able to make at least 4 more according to their count. I think I'll probably get 5 or 6 more from the materials that were sent. I might have to use a little more of my own stuffing, or I don't know. I might have to toss in a little bit here or there. But I think that was a good value. And if you use the code, you can get 20% off your first order at Temu. And I like the yarn that I've gotten from them so far. And these kits are fun. I can't wait till next month to order another kit. I'm sort of watching like, okay, what other kits do they have? I want to make another. I'll make another kit. Where'd he go? I had purchased a kit last month that had a pattern for a frog, a penguin, and an owl. And this is the 3rd frog that I've made from that pattern. The second and third one were from my own yarn, and they just turned out so cute. This turned out bigger than the original because theirs was a thinner yarn, and I used a worsted weight for this. But yeah, when you find a pattern that works up quickly and you like it and it's cute and it sells well, go with it. There we go. We'll let Mr. Froggy sit there. So I had to work today. Schedule just got changed around, so I worked on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. but then I'll have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off. Won't work again until next Wednesday, as far as I know. There is a time coming up in June where I'm covering for my replacement, so I will be working like all week long. So I'm just trying to figure out, what do I work on? What do I do? I want to focus on the cactus for the next day or two and see, get like 6 or 7 of them made up. So then I can get them into a listing in my Etsy shop and have them available for my next show coming up. My next show coming up is an outdoor street festival that my friend Joanna did last year, and she did really well. So I want to have a lot of stuff ready for that one. I know. I have enough inventory probably to fill up 2 tents stuffed to the brim. I'd have to buy 3 more tables and another tent and all that, but nope, not going to do that. Just going to fill up my tent. I do want to make some more chick on a swing, because that one sold very quickly and my show was getting a lot of attention. And being in a tent, I could just picture like having a clothesline strung along one side of the tent and just having these chicks pinned to the clothesline, so they're not getting lost on the table. They're up where people are going to see them. I'm going to make those. Yep. And I still got Mystery Yarn Challenge to work on. I still have an owl to finish for my May goals. And I got into some mischief today. But I have to wait. I have to wait for that mischief to be discovered. I can't wait. This is such fun. So that's it. I'm going to leave you guys wondering. Oh, yeah, you'll probably hear about it. You probably will. So I'm gonna go make taco salads for dinner, and then I'm going to sit in my chair. Maybe if I just sit there like, oh, it's so hot, then my husband will get the hint to bring up my little fan from the basement, because he enjoys this hot weather. I melt. I need to have a fan blowing on me. And I got one of those little Arctic air fans that you have to keep refilling with water. And it does cool you off, but only if you're in this tiny little area. That's okay. I stay in my chair and the fan blows on me and I'm cool. And I play with yarn. What more can I ask for? So that's it for my corner of the world. And I'm going to go play with yarn eventually. Let's see, it's 4:29. I might be able to play with yarn a little bit before I start dinner, because taco salads work up pretty quick. I can play with yarn from 4:30 to 5, and then I work on dinner. That's the plan. Bye-bye.